Hey, what's up, guys? Happy Friday, man. Happy end of the week. Welcome to the stream. Definitely a good day to make one of these guys, right? It's not milk. It looks like milk because of the filter. The filter also makes your boy look like Edward Cullen. Not really in the face, but in the paleness. I kind of look like a vampire with how white I look on here, but that's okay. All right? We get by. But I hope you guys are enjoying your Friday night, man. I hope you guys had a good week. Whoever's in here, whoever's watching, thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it. This is Obe TA. All right. We go live here. I go live here to look at the charts. Anything that has a chart, Bitcoin, stocks, foreign currency, whatever it is that has a chart, we can take a look at it. We can apply technical analysis to it to try and figure out where it's going, right? The business of trading, and here we do, we focus specifically on swing trading, but kind of a racket in a way. So any help you can get is good, right? So without further ado, let's take a look at Bitcoin here, right? Let's look at the charts, shall we? All right. So I mean, Bitcoin. God dang, dude. My camera's blocking the amount that it's down for the day, so hold on. Ended down 10.36%. And I mean, good God, that is your biggest drop since back here. Yeah, since like September 7th. Not good, all right? Overall conditions in the market, all markets, stocks, everything, just look terrible, look disgusting, look gross. But where there are sell-offs, there are deals to be had, sales, right? If you want to call them that. The main thing to keep in mind with Bitcoin is that all of this selling, right, all this stuff going on is not because there's something wrong with the asset, right? They didn't come out and figure out that the coding was gypped or that there was a hack, whatever the case is, right? It's still as solid as it was before the selling as far as its, the theory of its use case, all that kind of stuff. So fundamentally, it's still fine. There's no damage done. It's just the nature of the market right now. Stocks are selling off. Interest rates are going up. People are moving away from growth, and cryptos, volatile assets, are going to cool off and sell off, and when it rains it pours, right? So let's go ahead, take a look at it, and see where we're at, where we might be going. So as we said, you were down about 10% today, right? So you were for most of the day trying to hold on to this little support back here from August 4th. All right, right around 37,490. That level from the swing low back here in July, and we're talking about 30,000, that level was confluent with the 786 Fibonacci retrace. All right, so it made all the sense in the world that it would get some support. And like I said, for most of the day it did. It did, in fact, close below it. So what I had theorized throughout the day was that if we just go back in history, we can see oftentimes, especially during this selling off that has started, November at the all-time high, what would Bitcoin do? Oftentimes it would have a major drawdown, retrace 50% before making just a lower high and then continuing to sell off. All right, it's done this multiple times throughout its move here. I believe it was like this. Yeah, right. So like the 486, 50%. So after a major selling, it would often retrace about 50%. I believe it did it here as well. All right, the 467, right about 50. So it could, wherever it does start to gain support, you might start to see a rally back towards the upside. You got to make a TikTok. I don't know, dude. I mean, I'm barely a social media guy, Tanner. Dude, good to see you in here, man. But I'm barely a social media guy, and I don't know. It's tough for me to get on there and I feel like TikTokers, they just have this reputation almost for being like shysters or something. I don't really know. I know it's irrational. It's kind of dumb, but maybe I'll get there eventually just to try and get more eyes on the stream or whatever. But for the time being, I'm in my comfy spot, right? I'm in my comfortable zone. What's going on, dude? Glad to see you in here. But yeah, man. So here's what we're looking at, right? You are past that 786 point. Let me put that back on here. The more common spot to retrace to anyway is the 886. We're talking right around 3,400, right? Follow like 5 in the last few days, and nah, I don't follow those types. I hear you, dude. I hear you. I'm just like, that's just my learning curve, man, is social media. I'm just not good at posting stuff. I feel kind of weird posting stuff like, oh, go follow me and go subscribe. I'll get there, I guess. I know it's necessary, but for the time being, it's slow going, dude. You're not wrong, though. And Taylor tells me that every day. But, well, I'll get to it eventually, man. I'll get to it. But, yeah, dude. So, wherever we start to get support here, all right, if commonly we come up retrace 50%, right? Do not be fooled by a 50% rally from this point. If this is, in fact, where we start to pivot, maybe it is treating this point back here still as resistance, close below it, right? But ultimately, we might get some kind of little doji candlestick or something, an indecision, before we're getting some buying. Oftentimes, people are buying the dip, whatever the case is. That's where we get these little relief rallies, right? It doesn't usually just dump straight down. So if we did get a 50% retrace, we're looking right around $40,000. And at that point, we will now be treating 40,000 as resistance instead of support, right? And that makes sense. When you close below levels of support, on the way back up, they will become resistance. So, right, that's probably what we're going to be looking at here, all right? So that 50%, that retrace might even get you just above it, right? It might get you to like 41,000 even. But do not fall into the trap of FOMOing in if we break 40, because it's like a psychological number, all that kind of stuff. Don't get sucked into the trap of buying it once it breaks 40, thinking that that's the breakout. There is, and at that point, if this does rally here, yeah, you will get some Class A bullish divergence on the MACD, and it won't just be one, it'll literally be, what, triple? It'll be triple MACD bullish divergence at that point. But you will not have the divergence on the RSI. All right. And if you've been in here, if you've been watching the past few ones or whatever, I do not trust a real reversal as far as the trend is concerned. Keith, sup, brother? Good to see you in here, man. What's up, dude? Let's go. Yeah, man, when the selling happens, when dramatic stuff goes on, people want to check it out. Dude, we're talking about Bitcoin right now, man. All right, so what was I saying, though? I lost my train of thought now. God damn it, I was talking about divergence. No, you're good, dude. All good, man. We just started. But we're talking about divergence. So what I was saying is that without the RSI showing divergence as well, and I'm talking something like this, right? The asset continues to sell off, right? And then starts to make a rally, okay? At that time, the RSI will start to come up, okay? Once it makes another low, makes a lower low in price, as long as the RSI does something like this, right? Dang, I missed that one. As long as the RSI does something like this, makes a higher low, and the MACD does that, and at that point maybe has like quadruple Class A bullish divergence or something, then that's where that level starts to look a lot more interesting, right? And I mean, perfect example is just what we had back here after this major sell-off back in May of 2021, right? We started getting the divergence on the MACD, okay? It was making lower lows in price, yet higher lows on the oscillator, but you were also getting it on the RSI, right? See what I'm saying? You are also getting on the other side. So once the oscillators link up and they sync up, that's when the major reversals can start to happen, right? When the RSI is oversold and it's just the MACD doing this kind of stuff, every single time we've had divergence on the MACD, we've gotten a short 50% rally back towards the upside. 50% rally back towards the upside. So we're getting on the MACD again. Cool. We'll probably just get another rally 50% to the upside, at which point you're lining up perfectly with resistance at 40,000, 41, whatever it ends up possibly being. And then it just heads back down to levels that make more sense than the 786, being the 886 at 33.9. And ultimately, we're probably heading to 30 to just do a full reset back from July 21st. All right, so just keep it in mind and don't be shocked if we continue selling off. But have some money ready, right? Some money on the side if it gets there, because 30 might be the dream. 30 might be the actual bottom. We just got to wait to see what this stuff looks like when it gets there, if it gets there, right? And this could just dump straight through the 886. I'm just saying, you want to start looking if it does start showing some reversal stuff here. That's where you want to keep an eye on it and wait for it to confirm it, right, as the bottom before running. Then it breaks historical resistance. Then it's like, okay, all right, maybe something's going on. But as of right now, dude, just giant red candle stuff, breaking through historical support and the 786 closing below it. There's no reason as to why this would turn now and head back towards the upside, especially with the stock market selling off and stuff. It's just, the sentiment right now is just not good. It's just bearish all around. And it has a lot to do with what the Fed's doing and that kind of stuff. But again, let me repeat, Bitcoin as an asset itself does not have any kind of fundamental damage to it as to why it's selling off. It's just the overall market sentiment right now. So keep your, if you've got some cash floating around on the side, dude, keep it ready, right? If that's money you want to use to invest in this kind of stuff, have it ready. I don't think we're quite there yet, but it just, we have areas where we are looking for it to go to that makes sense for us to put the money in. So you're not just looking at a number on your phone and throwing it in at 36 because it was down 10 today, right? So buy the dip and then it's going to moon. And that's what I mean. When you look at this kind of stuff and you figure this stuff out, you don't have to listen to those guys anymore, all right? Anybody can say that. Anybody can say buy the dip. It takes very little IQ to say buy the dip. It's not that it's wrong necessarily, but it's like you buy the dip, you put all your money in on the dip, and then it just keeps dipping down to a level that made sense. It's like, why not just wait until it gets to that level that makes sense? You know what I'm saying? Frosty! Is that good enough for you?
That's not good enough.
Keith, dude, hope your Friday is going well. I don't know if you're working, wherever else in your town, or if you're still in here, dude, hope you had a good week, man. And, yeah, wish it was under better circumstances, but this is exciting, right? This wouldn't be fun if it was like Bitcoin turns out to be a pyramid scheme run by Biden's brother or something. I don't know. Then it would be less fun, because then it's like, okay, it's a joke. But it's not the case. It's just the sentiment of the market right now, and that's what it does. It's just following the sentiment, the bearish sentiment. So let's move it to the 4 hour to see if we're getting any kind of real resistance here, right? I feel like a seasoned vet. Exactly, dude. And that's the thing, too. If you've been around, I've been in Bitcoin and crypto since like 2017, so it's been a minute. Been through my share of pullbacks and bear markets. When you bought it at 50, yeah, you're upset. And if it's your first dump, you're kind of scared because you don't really understand what's going on. You're just down a lot, and it's like there's no end in sight. But just, I can tell you from experience that this is the most volatile market in existence right now. Right? You're talking about penny stocks being volatile. Go invest in Digibyte. Right? It's like it doesn't even have any kind, like it doesn't even have a company use case, or it's not even being used, right? It's all just speculative. Besides, like, even Bitcoin is pretty speculative, but like Ethereum is like one of the only ones that it's like actually being used for a lot of stuff. Most stuff is just speculative and trying to solve a problem, but isn't quite there yet, right? So if you're going to participate in this market, man, you got to be okay with the volatility. It used to cry when Bitcoin crashed down. Exactly. Now you just look at it like, okay, is there anything wrong with the asset itself? No? Cool. I'm going to buy more. I don't want to be buying Bitcoin at 70,000. I'm barely going to get anything. I'm not, rich by any means. I want it to come back down to levels where I can make more money, where I can get more bang for my buck. Right?
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. So, on the 4 hour, not seeing anything. You're just oversold. There's no divergence or anything. The hourly probably paints a little better of a picture. Alright, so you're starting to get a little bit of a pullback here. Nothing much. You do have Class A bullish divergence on the 1 hour. On the MACD. You did have it on the RSI, then you lost it. So you don't even have it on the RSI anymore. I don't know, man. This little relief that you're getting literally right now might just fail and go down to the 88. Just go to the 886, man. Just put me out of my misery. NFTs. It's part of the ride. Bitcoin's the best roller coaster in the world. Yeah, that's right, dude.
Nice.
Correct. NFTs have their place. I know they're also going to be a big thing as far as like verifying assets and, you know, the authenticity and all that kind of stuff with like watches and wine. Cool. I'm not super versed on NFTs. But the fact they're going to be a big deal and they're used on the Ethereum network, hell yeah, dude. But, yeah, Bitcoin just hanging out below the 786, hanging out below that level of support. It makes much more sense to just head down to 34,000. And I am not seeing much buying going on where it currently is. So, yeah, I mean, we'll see, but you're definitely not getting any kind of support as of right now. Everyone's just kind of waiting. Right? You buy it. No, you buy it. No, you buy it. I'm not buying it. You buy it, right? You don't want to see that crap. So, while it's oversold, yeah, you might get a small relief, but we'll see. Yeah, buy some property in the metaverse. Yeah, I've been watching a few videos lately of, like, the metaverse. It's almost like, it's like The Sims, right? It's like virtual reality Sims, dude. Everybody's like... There's a dude on there, he sounds like he's an accountant or something. He's like, but then his avatar is like a 7'1" biker with tattoos, and it's like, bro. And all the women have like ass, like it's just ridiculous, dude. Everyone's gonna be walking around with like quadruple D's and giant butts and thin waists and like mini skirts, and all the dudes are gonna be like these tall, jacked bikers and stuff. Meanwhile, they're like 5'1" and live in a basement or something. It's gonna be weird for sure, and that's probably where we're heading. But I'll invest in it, right? So yeah, that's Bitcoin, man. All right, not seeing too much support where it's currently at. If it does in fact get some support here, again, you might just come back up to 40,000. All right. Now that you're below this point even, you might even just come up and just bonk and then just head back down, right? But do not be fooled by a move back above 40. Could easily just create a lower high and head back down to levels that make much more sense than where it's currently at. All right. Yeah, that's pretty much it on Bitcoin, dude. Yeah, like, yeah. And they're like, I'll send you some links to the videos. They're very, very funny. People get like, there's this guy that just like, he'll just troll people, and people pay like $50 for a house in the metaverse, and he'll just hack into their server and then walk in the house and just like just mess with them, and they're just like, how'd you get in here? Oh, and they like freak out, and they threaten to shoot them, and they're like super racist. It's weird. But yeah, I guess that's where we're headed, man. Dude, let's move it to Ethereum. By the way, anybody watching, this is an interactive stream, so if you've got something you want me to take a look at, just throw it in the chat. I'll be happy to take a look, right? Free analysis. Ethereum looking even worse. Down 14% on the day. Good God.
It's a piece of crap. It doesn't work.
God damn. It's a lot of quiche. That one hurts. Ready Player One is the future. Yeah. Dude, I still haven't seen that. I still need to watch that. I know that I would like it too, and I've seen like parts. I have a really bad habit of like, dude, I just watch YouTube way too much. But I'll be on there and I'll just like watch the best scenes from cool movies, and it just like ruins the movies maybe. But I don't care. Maybe it also saves me time.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Great movie. Nice. Yeah, I'll have to watch the whole thing. I know Ozark just came out with some new episodes today. Let's go. But, alright, dude, let's take a look at Ethereum. Also breaking major levels of historical support. September 21st, alright? $2,661. Closed below it definitively. No divergence to speak of, at least on the daily, maybe the 4 hour. And that's what happens on the daily. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I like see it. It's like, oh, fight boss scene from blah, blah, blah. And I'll watch it. I'm like, oh, wow, that's cool. But so it's not like the whole movie, but it's enough to where I guess like I know who wins or who loses, whatever. Yeah, dude, saves time, right? I'm looking at charts all day. I don't got time to be watching entire movies. Nice. Yo, Keith, while you're here, dude, let me give you a spin. Let's go. See what you go. Ho! Almost. But alas, it is the turnip fields for you. I don't make the rules, dude. I just spin the wheel. All right. We'll move into highly recommend. Nice. What would you give it on Rotten Tomatoes? On the tomato meter? The tomater. The tomateter. The tomateter? Would you give it a booger or would you give it a ripe? What's the ripeness? Is that what they call it? Yeah, Ethereum. Again, dude, no divergence on the 4 hour. It's probably, dude, not even on the hourly. On the MACD a little bit, and you got a hammer, which is decent, right on the hourly, but, I mean, again, this area of consolidation that you got, like, just going sideways, you might just come up 50%, which is just the most recent level that was supposed to be support, all right? So if you retrace 50%, right now from this little hourly spot, you're just going to come up and reject that critical level of support. And dude, you reject that, you're coming straight down to 2,400. I don't care who you know. I don't care who your sister is. I don't care if your dad's a lawyer. Oh, wait. Is that what you just touched? Oh, that's what you just touched. Okay, so you're treating that peak right now. Damn it. I'd say it's a beautiful ripe Jersey tomato, nice and plump, red and whatnot. Nice. Nice reddish hue. A vine or two. Very nice. Some leaves. A even number of seeds, perhaps. Right? You don't want a tomato with odd number of seeds. It's bad juju. Oof, don't say 2,400. ETH is my baby. Yeah, dude. You just touched. You went below 2,400. You're low on the day. Okay, all right. I'm sorry. I take that back. Your low on the day is 2,403. All right, 2,403. But that's your inflection point back here from July 7th. So you're trying to hold on to that. I don't know if that's confluent at all with the fib. Yeah, that's right around the 113 Fibonacci retrace from the September low to high as well. So makes sense that that's an area of support, right? It's like a scalper's dream. And if you want to be a scalper, just have a buy order set for 24.07, whatever that wick high, and you'll probably get the retrace there. It's just again a level that makes sense, right? Yikes, yeah, dude. So you're testing 2,400 right now as support. You break 2,400, you're heading down to the 1,272. This inflection point back here from February 20th, right to high, like that's $2,000. So also the psychological point, whole number 2,000, below 2,400, $2,000, and that's a further drawdown of like 15%. So I mean, just not good. I'm gonna invest in Ethereum and make money.
Oh, do ya?
Oh man.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
And it's gone.
Okay. Enough. Out of sight, out of mind. Exactly, dude. And that's the thing with Ethereum too. It's like compared to 2017 to now, Ethereum is $2,600. Bitcoin is $36,000, right? Back in 2017, Bitcoin was $20,000. It didn't have Crypto.com buying stadiums. It didn't have Michael Saylor and Elon Musk and all of these people and Kevin O'Leary and all these big names now advocating. At that time, they were all saying it was a pyramid scheme, it was a scam. They're all buying it now. It's got the adoption now, right? It's got way more adoption than it had back then. And now it's getting close to the price it was? Like, come on. You're going to give me the same price as then, just with 10 times the adoption? I'm buying that all day long, dude. All right? So, the only problem I have right now is that I don't have more money to put in at a level that I start seeing support that makes sense, right? That's the only issue I'm feeling right now. Because if we're talking 10 years from now, dude, I think we'll be okay. We'll be having some screw guys in Panama or something. I don't know. Where you at, Sal's, right now? Shout out. They got some good pizza.
Shut up, bitch!
All right. Get back to the analysis here. So yeah, Ethereum. Showing a little support where it's at again. No divergence. No reason for it to be the bottom to come back up. But yeah, holding 2,400 as the support for now. So we'll see what it can do, but it just looks like further dumpage as far as literally right now. I don't see any reason to say 2,400 is going to be the bottom. The 1272. The 1272 lining up with. The 1272 lining up with the inflection point back here from February. The 1272 lines up perfectly with $2,000. So $2,000 could really be 2,000 could be the bottom, right? If stuff just can cool off by then, and Bitcoin maybe gets down to 30 at that point, and that's the bottom for Bitcoin. That's the strongest level that makes sense as of right now. But then, you know, you break below 2,000, you're heading down the 1414. I mean, you can just see how important that is as a support line. 1, 2, 3, confluent with Fibonacci. And at that point, you're at like 1,700. That could really be the best point to get it, but we wouldn't mind it at 2,000 either, right? Cool.
Yeah, I've been immunized.
Shout out to Aaron Rodgers. I hope the Packers win the Super Bowl. I'm just going to say that. I like Aaron. He seems like a good dude. He's funny. Today's, I guess the weekly for stocks, but let's take a look at the total market cap. Good God. It's changed a little bit since I did the math, but as of today, I probably look like a freaking ghost right now. But it was down $110 billion on the day. Since the 17th, which was what, 4 days ago, it was down $292 billion. That's disgusting. I didn't mean to hit that. I meant to just...
Right.
Gross. That's the world we play in, right? Crypto is volatile. Who would have thunk it?
Oh my god.
But getting support, seemingly at this little inflection point, June 14th. See if we got any confluency going on. Not really. The 113 is coming down to about 159. So you're holding. I mean, it was touched here and here. All right. So, and also right here as far as a support. So this support back from April 25th, and then resistance June 15th and August 1st. All right. So it's a pretty important line of support, trying to hold it, but I mean, ultimately, your next level, you're coming down to this March 25th inflection point. That's like 1.535 if 113 doesn't hold, all right? And what we do there, now you can't buy the whole market, but I would just zone this out, right? This is just the zone to potentially see support, all right? So we'll see. Yo, the fish tank is popping back there. Yeah, dude. Right? I have, technically I have 4, I guess. I got Moira, Wax. Wayne has died, unfortunately, recently. They were a pair. And then I got Suck 1 and Suck 2. I call them Sun and Sue. They're the 2 sucker fish. Moira's a big-ass broad. Angelfish, really big. A little too big for the tank. She's funny, too. Every time I come up to go to work or whatever, she, like, comes swimming up to the front of the tank. She wants to be fed. She's hungry. And she just, like, as soon as it comes sprinkling out, she just gobbles it whole. I can't feed her enough. She's a big girl. And then Wax is small, and Wax is sad because they're supposed to be in pair. Whatever. I'm gonna go get more. But yeah, dude, they're popping. They're popping. The sucker fish are kind of a-holes too. They're not very nice. The one lives in the sushi house. There's a sushi house in there, as ironic and twisted as that might be. Dude, I flushed that thing so quick. I flushed that zombie fish so quick. Right down the toilet. He was in the toilet like... Yeah, man, it just had a giant growth on its forehead. It was attacking the other fish. I know it killed David. I know for a fact it killed David. I had to get rid of him, man. I don't want him infecting all the other fish and attacking anyone else. It's time to go. You don't get to murder. We have the death penalty up in this condo, you know what I mean? Nice, let's go. Up higher. Higher ladder.
That's not good enough.
I'll stop it. I'll stop attacking the fish.
That's not good enough.
Too late. You're flushed.
Come on, yeah.
All right. So yeah, total market cap holding on to a support level, but ultimately in between, kind of below it almost, to be honest with you, but in between fib nodes, right? So the 113, it just makes sense, right? The selling doesn't seem like it's stopping now, so the next level we're looking for is like $1.5 trillion. All right? And look at 4 consecutive lower highs.
Oh my God.
Disgusting. Disgusting. Nothing. All right, we'll just hang out.
Okay.
But yeah. All right, so 4 consecutive lower highs. Just crap, man. Just in a bearish trend, right? Bearish channel, really. Not too much else. I mean, god dang. A straight up channel. Don't be surprised to see green tomorrow, right? Things up 1 or 2%, 3%. Don't be shocked by that, but overall the trend is bearish for now, all right? Breaking major levels of historical support here at 1.75 gross. Yeah. Move it to another top coin here. Let's move it to Binance Coin. Again, broke its channel. God dang.
It's a piece of crap. It doesn't work.
Broke its channel below 392, which is just the support here, these little shoulders, kind of from this inverse head and shoulders, but October 12th support, as well as this consolidation period around September 13th. Also acted as resistance over here, May 27th and June 16th. So below that support, only area that really makes sense for this thing to go to is like down here. All right, you got a peak over here from February 19th. And then you, of course, have this major inflection point down here at about $321. So we will see. Binance Coin on the daily actually looks a little bit different. Actually looks like it might be getting some Class A bullish divergence on the RSI. And if it can start to pivot tomorrow and get back above 392, then it will also be showing the divergence on the MACD, okay? But again, you might end up just getting a little bit of a rally before coming up to major resistance now. This inflection point from June 3rd, we're talking, what, 392, 400 bucks? That's around $433. So you might just get up there before coming back down and selling off even further, all right? And I haven't even looked at the moving average, where those are even at. So, I mean, the 200-day moving average hanging around up there now, too. There's just so much resistance above you now. It's just not good. But it's okay. It's all right. We like the sales, right? We want the sales. But yeah, so keep going down. 350, 347 is going to be that level of support, and maybe you'll get a divergence, the MACD and the RSI there. I don't know. Let's throw a Fibonacci just for the hell of it. See where we got. The 886 lining up around 364. 786 confluent with the support that you broke below at this time, but I don't know. Maybe you've got some kind of bat or something. Yeah, I mean, maybe, right? But if we're really in a bear trend right now, the bullish harmonics, the bullish indicators are going to underperform. So, like, it makes sense for you to get a reversal here, especially after the sun off and getting towards the oversold area. It makes sense for you to get some slight relief, just like you have been doing ever since, I mean, really, the top was at November 14th. You've been making lower highs since then. So, yeah, you might come up, get a little rally, get back up to what will now be trying to act as resistance before selling off. So just don't get suckered in and buying the dip, because 4 days from now, you might just end up back in the red and getting destroyed. So, this is just my opinion, just my advice. Hold on, wait. Something ain't right.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
All right. Oh, and we do have a potential bullish bat going on. The bat. All right. I'm the Batman. That's Binance Coin. Below major support, the 886 around 362, and your level of historical horizontal support at 348, 350. So what we could do there is just go ahead and zone it out. All right, that's the area to look for potential reversal if we don't get it right now, because it does look like it's trying, getting a bit of an indecision. Let's move to the 4-hour. Like nothing though. There's no divergence on the 4-hour. There's nothing on the 4-hour except a pause in selling. And you closed below major support. So it makes 0 sense as to why it would reverse here. If anything, it'll probably just come up and bonk its head on that support before heading down to the pattern completion zone and this level down here that makes much more sense. All right, then maybe we start getting some real kind of, I don't know, at least some divergence. God, is that too much to ask for? The hourly, are you even getting anything on the hourly? No, you're not even getting anything on the hourly. No divergence even on the hourly, dude. That's garbage. But if I buy the dip, then I'm doing it right?
So you're telling me there's a chance?
No. The crypto market is a dangerous place to be right now. Okay? I don't care how good something looks. If you know your technical analysis, I don't care how good it looks right now. Bitcoin doesn't look good. And everything looked fantastic where it currently was. But if Bitcoin dumps, it doesn't matter. It's going to dump. You'll get your 1 or 2, but, you know, I mean, just goddamn. Throw a dart at a dartboard and you might hit one that might pop for no reason whatsoever. It might get some kind of weird news or something. I don't know. Moving to Solana. Also below. Oh my God. Dude, I mean, like, just rest in peace to Solana. Look, this inflection point back here was September 21st. Is there anything? Do you see any support below? Aside from this little, this tiny, this, right? That's all it is. There's literally nothing else. Does that look like strong support to you? Aside from the fact that there's no support between where you are right now, there's literally none. If you were to, that level to get back down there is another 26% drawdown. And you closed on the day below the historical support of $115. So it makes all the sense in the world that you're heading down there. There's no divergence on the daily. There's no divergence on the 4-hour. There's no dang divergence on the weekly. Look at the weekly. That is scary, man. That's honestly scary. There's just nothing here. And this is the problem with assets that just moon like this, that just go straight up for a while. And Solana is the next Ethereum, blah, blah, blah. Dude, on the way back down, when stuff corrects and this stuff happens, dude, there's nothing on the weekly until $58. You understand that? That's a 47% drawdown from there. And if we're just doing a Fibonacci even, I mean, the 886 lines up perfectly with that peak back there. So we're talking like $50. $50 is the major support that you're below the current level to get there. You have the 50-day moving average, I guess, coming up to try and hold you or something, but there's no support, man. So if this continues, Bitcoin heads to 30, or God forbid even breaks 30, Solana's coming down to $50. But with that in mind, if you like Solana and you believe in Solana, you want a $50 Solana. Can you imagine a $50 Solana? Imagine a $50 Solana at the 886 at historical support, showing some kind of Class A divergence or something. Dude, that's exactly when you want to buy the asset. All right, you don't want to buy Solana when it's at $200 after it's appreciated 800% in the course of 112 days. Like, you don't want to be doing that. This is what this can teach you. If nothing else, learning technical analysis can just tell you levels that just make literally no sense whatsoever to buy at. All right. You're not going to be able to time it perfectly every time. Rarely will you be able to time it perfectly, right? It's not about timing it perfectly, but it can give you an idea as when to just hold off and just get a visual of confirmation. Like it comes down and starts doing something like this, right? With divergence or something, then we could be in the game, and that's when you can have a good idea of timing it. But I mean, for the people that are like, nah, Solana's not ever getting to 50 again. Yeah, okay. All right. We'll see, dude. See, so, I mean, that's a good question, Jeff. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't really know. I don't really know anything about Solana, to be quite honest. I know that they're trying to do something. Yeah, I know they're big in like the NFT space, and I know they're supposed to be much faster than Ethereum. Everything is faster than Ethereum right now because they don't do as much as Ethereum. Ethereum is already being used, so the scalability of Ethereum is hard. It's very easy to be super fast when you don't have the amount of business that Ethereum has. But I can't speak on the tech behind Solana. That's what everyone's saying. They're saying it's faster, but if it was truly faster, why would everybody that's using the current Ethereum platform not be running to it, right? So I don't know, man. Yeah, that's my understanding of it, the NFT world, but I think it's more of like theory than actual practice. Because again, if it was truly better than Ethereum right now, everyone would just be leaving Ethereum to go to Solana right now. Why would you wait? You know what I mean? Are they in like a contract with Ethereum? No. So it's the promise of it being faster. It's not necessarily faster yet, just like Cardano. So don't think that these projects that don't have intrinsic value yet, they could, but they don't yet, can't. I mean, goddamn, Solana could just die. It could literally come down to this level that was touched many, many times, like $21, $22. If Bitcoin really goes into a bear market and starts going down into like the 15,000s, 20,000s, yeah, dude, Solana people, I'll see you at like $40, $20. And if you know about Solana and it's legit, you'll be buying it there all day long. And then congrats on becoming rich. Now that it's on your radar. But what ends up happening is after these major bear markets, things sell off, right? The new Solana pops in right about here, right? Folana comes in right about here, June 24th of 2022. Oh my God, Folana. Have you heard about Folana? It's faster than Solana and Cardano. It's the new thing. Like Solana wasn't a thing back in like 2017, right? It was, but nobody cared about it or talked about it. it was $1.20 December of 2020. I guess it's fairly new. I guess it originated April of 2020. So if a year from now, later on in 2022, something else that's new could come out and be better and faster, and you know, who the hell knows? But yeah, man, you fall below 115, you're paying a trip to the banker pretty quick.
And it's gone.
All right. So yeah, but you closed below it. Like that's it's not good. Yeah, if you're holding Solana, man, I wish you the best of luck, and I'm wishing myself the best of luck because I do hold some. The 113 fib maybe at $100 too. $100 psychological support at the 113. All right, confluency with the 113. It's something. But yeah, I mean, you start pivoting here, it makes no sense why this would be the bottom. You might pivot, just come back up to, or you might just even come up to 116 again, reject it, and then head down to 100. But if you break $100, you're coming right down to like 80. Next step. All right. Disgusting. Humongous bearish engulfing candle forming. 1 day, 2 days left to confirm that on the weekly, but good God.
Okay.
How's everybody doing? Jeff, dude, first time in here? Let's go, man. Give you a spin. If you're still in here, I hope you're still in here to see this or whatever, but when people are in here, I'd just like to give them a spin to let you know how your weekend's going to go, maybe. Your week, your month, whatever you want it to be, whatever time frame you want it to be. Could be just for the day. It's typically how we go with it, but it'll be indicative of how your day is going to go, depending on what you land on. Unfortunately, you and Keith share the same fate, and I don't know if I've had too many. I don't know if I spun for myself yet. I think I might have. I've had a couple screwdrivers at this exact moment, so I might have already spun. I'm gonna do it again. It's my stream. I can do what I want. Sorry, Jeff. Peasant for the night. It's all good though. Okay, me too. Peasants are cool. They're hardworking. Right? Not afraid to get down and dirty. All right, let's take a look at the metaverse. All right, let's take a look at Sandbox. And we're there, ladies and gentlemen. The pattern completion zone of the beautiful bullish Gartley at the inflection point back here from November 3rd. This peak, okay, at $3.35. If only it were under better circumstances. And oh my goodness, look, we are in fact stopping and getting support there. Sandbox will follow Bitcoin. Bitcoin looks like it's going to continue to sell off. That would mean Sandbox disrespects this Gartley, sells off, and heads down to $2, $2.04, right? $2.03 down here. That makes the most sense. If only this would have continued to play out and we could have got some RSI divergence at the pattern completion zone, this Gartley, dude, it would have been a dream. But unfortunately, we can't dictate this stuff. So probably not going to reverse here, and it'll probably head down to lower levels. The 886 puts you down, but there's no historical horizontal support or anything, so I don't know why you would pivot there. You don't have any divergence or anything like that, so yeah, you're probably heading down to $2 on Sandbox. Just gonna do a full reset from November 9th, whatever. And then again, Sandbox with its historic run, you fall below $2 very quickly. You're probably going to $1.20, which at that point would be a further drawdown of about 42%. From here to the full reset's another 40%. So that's absolutely disgusting. But yeah, it's a shame. This had potential, but alas, conditions like this, you might even get a decent rally. This thing might even retrace back up to here. At that point, I guess you would. That'd be like up to the 618. Yeah, maybe. It's a common area. That's the golden mean ratio. That's a common area for a reversal. I don't know. Bitcoin doesn't even look like it's going to reverse where it currently is, so you might just continue here. You're trying to hold it. All right. If to convince you of technical analysis at all, if there's anything that I could say here, I mean, look at where it's trying to hold. I mean, could it really be any more perfect than at this peak from November 3rd at the pattern completion zone of a Gartley at the 786 Fibonacci retrace? Okay, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. Levels that make sense for it to get support. That's where you want to put your money. That's when and where you want to put your money. Levels that make sense. The next level that makes sense is $2. If you start getting other stuff lining up, okay? The sandwich. Right now we got cheese and mayonnaise. I wouldn't eat that. There's no divergence. There's no bread, right? There's no bread or anything, so I'm not going to trade it. Unfortunately, I was excited for it to get here, and it looks like poop. So, moving on. Ooh, a bot. Love the bots. The bots are how you know you've made it. They always put that, too. I don't know what that means. I'm not going to say it out loud in case it's like a trap or something. If I say it, it's like a voice command, and my computer will get taken over, and I don't know. They'll start drawing stuff on my charts. I don't want that. Let's look at Cardano. Another one, which was like, oh, it could be great. Nope.
Nope.
All right, this had the potential for the inverse head and shoulders. Oh my God, if it held at 120. Jeffrey! My name, yeah.
Okay.
But the 120, right? Acting as support here. Okay, if it came down, this would have been a beautiful inverse head and shoulders if there wasn't such violent dumping. This is no longer valid. All right, there is no inverse head and shoulders anymore potential. What we wanted is, or was, back here on like the 19th, we wanted this to start kind of chilling, right? Doing this kind of stuff, heading down here, get the divergence, and then confirm 120 as support, right? At that time, we'd have the inverse head and shoulders. At that time, Bitcoin probably would have been chilling at 40,000, confirming that as the bottom. And then, boom, that could have been moon time, but nope. Nope, not good enough.
That's not good enough.
So you're going to come down $1.07, weak, very weak support. Yeah, again, you're kind of just hanging out nowhere. You've broken major historical support at 120. $1 is your last saving grace on Cardano. You break $1, it's similar to like Solana and those guys. You break $1, you're probably heading down to 39 cents.
Right.
Are you guys having a killer time?
39 cents. You see what I'm saying? Like, do you see any support over here? Straight up. On the way up, straight up. On the way down, straight down. Okay. You would have to hope that by the grace of God on this dollar point here, I don't even know, maybe if you get down there, we would have to wait for a potential reversal at that point, but like the 1618, maybe at like 62 cents, maybe 50 cents, psychological support, but there's no horizontal support there. So you got to remember that people that are investing in this stuff, like the legitimate guys, the whales and all those people, they have people that look at these charts. Who the hell is buying it down here? There's no support or anything. Why would you buy it there? It makes more sense down at like 39. Right? There are going to be shorts. People are going to be opening up short positions on a dollar because of this gap. Because you stand to potentially make 62%. All right, with no support in sight. So, hey man, if you're comfortable shorting stuff, if you start going below $1 on Cardano, it might be the one.
Nice.
I don't personally short really, but dang, I might learn, I might figure out what platform to use to short at that point. Because, I mean, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 touches for $1 as support. $1 also probably the most psychological number I can think of. Like $1, $100, $1,000, zeros and tens. You break below $1. Yeah, I'll see you at like 39 cents. All right. 4 hour. No divergence. Nothing from the low. What is this? That's at like the $1.07, which is where you're. I'm not trying to hang on to right now. Maybe I think you're at like an 886 maybe. On the 4 hour. Yeah. You're trying to hold on to a little 886 action, but there's no context or support here. All right, on the 4 hour. No divergence or anything. So, yeah, okay, cool. You fell below 120. That was your major point of support. Cool. You're going to come up. You're going to bonk right off it. All right. And when you confirm it as resistance, hello, $1. Oh, another one. Cool. What's up, bots? All right. That's Cardano, man. You're probably heading to $1, especially if Bitcoin continues to sell off. And I don't see why it wouldn't, especially going into the weekend. The weekends are usually not very friendly to crypto. There's just a lot. There's a lot that is signifying continued selling. Oh, and the death cross. It's because of the death cross. Death cross was it's one indicator, right? One indicator. This hidden bearish divergence was kind of the ticket, right? Continuation, and then it turned immediately into Class A bearish divergence on the MACD. Right, you had the higher high with the lower high on the oscillator. Right. The death cross, Jeffrey, is when the 50-day moving average, that's this white one, crosses over the 200-day moving average. You can see how, right, it was messing with you back here. It didn't quite cross it, though. And, I mean, notice, it hasn't done it in forever. And inversely, the golden cross is when it crosses over top of the 200-day moving average. That's what they're called. So a death cross would have happened right here on the, December 8th. The 50-day moving average closed over the 200-day moving average. Oftentimes, traders will look at that as a sign of an impending downtrend. And yeah, sometimes it happens to be right. Not always. But it is an indicator that you need to throw on your pile, right? Throw on in your argument. If you're going to court, say, Your Honor, I've got hidden bearish divergence. I've got a death cross. I've got the pattern completion zone of a bearish shark or something, right? If you're adding variables to strengthen your argument, the death cross is an indicator. Bitcoin had it also. Remember, back here, we had that stream, the chapter, right? Chapter 46, I think it was, the cross of death. So ominous, I know. But had the death cross as a variable, and it dumped, right? Did it dump just because of the death cross? No. But it is an indicator. So what I will say about the death cross when it comes to Bitcoin is, yes, while, look at this one back from June 18th, you had a death cross, and it did continue to sell off, but it bottomed out at its support back from January. Was that January? January 26th, right? That level of support. Okay. At 30,000. Before reversing. I do believe it did something similar on the last death cross. The death cross on yeah, see, even this one here, right? Don't worry about this one. This was the COVID crash. It's news crap. But even this one sold off, continued selling off after the death cross, but then rallied. If COVID didn't happen, this would have just continued and basically done this, right? It would have just gone on, and that's like a hole. But I don't know. For the history of Bitcoin, the death cross does seem to usher in selling, but also seems to be the indicator that the bottom is coming up, maybe within the next few months or something, when we get down to 30, if we get down there. But that's something to keep in mind, right? Yeah, right? Yeah. It's pretty spooky. It's pretty ominous. And then you have the golden cross, right? which I don't really have a sound for it. But hey, everybody got peasant today. I'll just play a god just for the hell of it. God-like. Just so we can get the angel sounds for the golden cross that might. This is Hades, by the way. Nice.
Nice.
Thank you, Hades, for stopping by. All right. So yeah, man, that's the death cross. And Cardano's is also seemingly being respected. Okay, double top crap. Dollar's your support. So when the golden cross is the same thing. So it's just the inverse of the death cross. So the golden cross ushers in, like you can look at this one from September 14th. Again, don't trade it like by itself. Don't look at a chart and go, okay, there's a golden cross, time to buy. Because let's say you did buy the golden cross on September 15th, you would have gone up, you would have been in La La Land, and then you would have dumped like 10, 14, 15% afterwards, and then you probably would have like panic sold it, whatever. It's a lagging indicator, and it's one indicator. So don't just do it alone. This happened to get some divergence as well, right, after the selling off at support. So there were some other arguments for that to potentially be a reversal spot at 40 back there, 23,000. But yeah, I mean, they're indicators, right? So each indicator adds to the strength of your argument. It's good of the maliciousness. Good of the malicious.
Godlike. Let the heavens rage!
Nice.
Where were we? Cardano? Right, Cardano. Dollar. Okay. You fall below where you're currently at, which it looks like you will, because it looks like Bitcoin will sell off. Dollar. And hold that for dear life. All right, let's take a look at the S&P. Disgusting. All right, absolutely disgusting. It's at the pattern completion zone of a bullish cipher harmonic pattern. Pretty good one too. 50% retrace, 1272C, 1414, close enough. B to D at the 786 Fibonacci, right? And harmonics, Jeff, are just an extension of Fibonacci levels, which I got a couple videos and stuff on that. But Fibonacci levels, in a nutshell, are just common areas that you can see price react. Right? They've got a few different things inside of them, but the 618, the 1618 is like the golden mean ratio in nature. You'll see that flowers and patterns, if you measure them, or like have measurements of 1618. I don't know if it's like from your shoulder to your arm divided by your hip to your feet, something like that. That's probably way off. Equals 1618. So it's just like a natural pattern that occurs in nature over and over and over. It's kind of trippy, but also works on the charts. So the 618 is a common retrace area. The 1618, the golden mean ratio down here, also very common retrace. But what you look to do with Fibonacci is find levels of what are called confluence. So you want the 618, for example, to line up with a historical support that gives it better odds to be a point of support and reverse. All right, so here, and when they line up like this is just an extension of multiple Fibonacci's being respected, and the pattern is just, the cipher, for example, is just when you get this motion of price action, it's a common time for it to reverse at the pattern completion zone, which is point D. All right, now ciphers often turn into sharks, which is just the 886 version of it, or the 113. It's a shark as well. The shark. But with what's going on in the bearish conditions, bullish indicators like harmonics and stuff tend to underperform. So again, you might just get a short rally up before rejecting, making a lower high and continuing to the downside. Looks like you're trying to hold this little inflection point back here from July 14th at the 786. You're near the 200-day moving average. You are below the 200-day moving average, though. And you closed below the 200-day moving average for the first time since when? You haven't been below the 200-day moving average since May of 2020. Okay. That's a pretty long time, and you are now below it. The Fed is being slow, or they're slowing the money down, which, you know, isn't necessarily a bad thing, right? Maybe we needed that as far as to help curb inflation, all that stuff. Like, you understand why they're doing it, and maybe it's long overdue at this point, but you're below the 200-day moving average. The Fed is slowing down the money printer. Rates are going to start to rise. Money is going to come out of growth and stocks to go into bonds and higher yield, safer assets, right? If inflation starts to come down, people don't need as big of returns to beat inflation. But if they start moving out of tech, which is what has been driving this, tech is really the growth thing. Microsoft, Apple, those guys. Dude, Netflix is down 21% today. We'll talk about it. So I know that, because I work in mortgages and stuff, I know that the hikes have been happening as far as real estate. They've been gradually happening. I don't think they've done their first, like, planned prime rate hike or whatever they're talking about. I don't think they've done their first one of that yet. They scheduled like 4 for this year or something, I think. And it's all just the news, right? Everyone's freaking out about the potential for it. Once it actually happens, people will probably chill out a little bit. It's just everybody's thinking the same thing. They're all thinking that everybody's going to move out of tech, so I got to get out of tech before they do. And it just causes this snowball effect, which eventually will cool down. I don't think you're officially in correction territory yet on the S&P. You're at about 9%, so 10% is officially a correction. And again, below the 200-day moving average. And then if you fall below 4,279, I don't know, maybe like 4,237. More likely 4,168, this little inflection point back here from June 18th. And what you can do, to give you a better idea and to give you an example of the confluence side of things, Fibonacci from your low to your high. All right, let's look for the levels. 1272, I'm sorry, the 113. And do we got much? Nah, not really. The 1414, though, lines up pretty nicely with this inflection point back here from May 13th. Now, that's down at 4,064. I'd probably say 4,000 at that point. That's a further 7.76% drawdown. And does that sound crazy? Given the conditions that we're in right now? Confirming below the 200-day moving average? New bearish stuff going on that hasn't happened for, you know, over a year and a half, right? It could make sense that we get down to 4,000 again. But yeah, and who cares? We get down to 4,000 and then we've cooled off, we've reset a little, took a little dip in the pool, if you want to call it that, and then maybe stuff starts to calm down at that point. But I mean, it's gonna like be like this, right? It won't just be straight down, but yeah, we'll see. This kind of had a little hue of Head and Shoulders going on here. Look at this. Cool. Interesting. Little head and shoulder action, right? Breaking the neckline and dumping. Look at that. Thomas Bulkowski would be proud. Jeff, by the way, dude, let me know if you want me to take a look at anything specifically. Just throw it in here. Whatever stock you might be holding. Whatever you want, man. Crypto, anything that has a chart. Take a look at it. But, yeah, let's move it to Netflix now. All right. Down 21.79%. Like, just devastating.
Oh, my God.
This apparently was because during their earnings call, they said that subscriber growth was slowing. Like, this is a little bit, I don't know, petty maybe And in my opinion, right? Subscriber growth's a little bit slow. Sell it all. I'm like, what? Slowing down. Sell all of it. Down 20. It was down 23%, I think, on the day. What? 21? 21? Yeah. Yeah. There you go. Ozark came out today, right? These dum-dums sold their Netflix stock the day that Ozark came out. Maybe it's the cartel. Might be the cartel manipulating Netflix, right? They're dumping it. They're trying to cause a panic sell so they can buy it up on their release date, on their premiere. But I mean, good God. The funny thing about Netflix, too, they beat their earnings, right? They had their earnings call, was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. This was all after market that this dump happened, right? This gap. They had their earnings call yesterday, and they beat their earnings. So this is just another example of why you don't trade into earnings, right? I remember when I was back in college, the cartel insider trading, yeah, which for sure happens, I'm sure. But to the effect they swing it, I don't know. But yeah. I know Taylor told me that Ozark new episodes were tonight, and I got super excited. The boy likes, I'm a fan of Marty Bird. But this is why you don't trade into earnings. Because I remember when I was in college, I took a trading, it was portfolio management was the class. And they had a competition where we went on some paper trading. I forget what exactly it was called, stock broker, something like that. But it was paper trading, which is just fake trading. You get like 100,000 V-Bucks and invest it in the real-time market and see how you do. So we had a competition to see who would have the highest return, right? So me, being, someone that was in the process, thinking I had had an inside hunch or something, was like, dude, I'll just trade the earnings. The earnings are the most volatile points. So I'll just take out options right before the earnings. I'll look at the companies to see if they've been profitable over the quarter. And the ones that have been profitable and that are projected to beat earnings, I'll just do a big call option on them, and it's like free money. Dude, I came in dead last. And I had to give a speech on it. To get up in front of the class and tell my strategy. And when I said that, the professor laughed at me. And he's like, yeah, don't do that. So do not trade into earnings. It is not about the company beating the earnings. There is so much other stuff they talk about during the call. And Netflix happened to whisper that their subscription growth was slowing down, and it dumped 21%. So if you had a call option going into this, you got absolutely decimated. Well, not decimated. You lost your premium for sure, right? You're not exercising that option, but yeah, that's why. Okay, we're like Marty Goat.
What the hell is even that?
Yo, dude, yeah. I came in dead last. It was embarrassing. And I was like, yeah, I'm invested in crypto, and I actually invest in stocks, I thought I knew stuff back then, and I didn't. Honestly, an embarrassing story. I used to literally sit in the library before I knew anything about any actual trading, because I felt like I should know technical analysis, being like a finance major and all that. I would sit in the library with TradingView, this up, and I would just be doing like this. I'd just be like, ooh, and then I would like, oh, and like just be throwing. I had no idea what I was even doing. I would just go over here and just drop it down. Oh, a trend angle. Wow. Oh, 27. What else do we got? Let me throw a regression. This will make me look like, to the girls walking by my computer, I'd be like, ooh, like they'd look at this and be like, wow, he's smart. Dude, I was an idiot. So dumb. But that's just what you do when you're insecure sometimes, right? When you're an insecure guy trying to just get the attention of the females, you try to look like you're doing technical analysis on the computer in the library when really you're not doing anything. Yeah, he should have made me wear a dunce cap. That probably would have set the message even more. But I got it. I got it from that point on. Yeah, it did exactly. Then we're like, wow. Look at all those colors. He must be smart. He must have money. He must be like a really good trader, an investor. Oh wow, look at this. Silliness. All right, go away. Hold on. I don't know how to get rid of this now. It won't go away. Here we go. Hold on. Where am I? Uh-oh. We might have a real problem here. I've never actually clicked on this tool. Hold on. Okay. Let me try and... Where was I? Netflix. I think that worked. It didn't... Oh my... What dumbass tool is this? I can't even get out of it. Okay. Got it. Oh my god. Wow. Ooh, smarty pants. Yeah, exactly, dude. I'm not even joking, man. So, if I did it, dude, other people probably do it too. It's pathetic. But next time you walk by somebody in the library and they're just like, you're just seeing some nonsense, like, you just see something like this, right? You know that dude's trying to pick up girls. All right. Future. Squidward tent poles.
Oh my god.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't
But,
right.
yeah, dude, Netflix destroyed. Looking historically, you do have an inflection point back here at like $395, $400 a hold number, right? You had this this peak here from February 27th, and then these little valleys, these inflection points, touched a couple times, April of 2020 and May of 2020. So you are at historical support, and this isn't aggressive selling for some slow subscriber growth, but again, man, you are at major levels of support. I mean, look at all these peaks here. September 28th, May 2nd, July 12th. All right, you are definitely a level of support. I don't know, maybe you're around the 1618 or something. You're at the 1414, all right? So you're also confluent with some Fibonacci levels. Okay. Not bad. There's not any harmonics down there at the 1414, but maybe you have a crab or something at the 1618. Let me see. 50% retrace. That doesn't quite get to the 382, but a crab would be something like this. And so here's a good example of what a crab is not. See this 6.811, right? That's just ridiculous. Can't go past the 3618 on the crab, right? Yeah, the 3618. So you know this is not a valid harmonic. It's like, yeah, it's at the 1618, but it's not a harmonic. It would be at the 1618, which could be its own thing if it's confluent, but you can't argue that there's a harmonic down there, okay? That don't work. And maybe coming up on its own little death cross. I don't know. It's starting to trend in that direction. But if you're talking about buying the dip, this is buying the dip, right? The other dips are amateur hour compared to this kind of crap. So will the gap fill? A little deep, but I don't know. Maybe it gets like a 50% retrace from here. So you retrace 50% from where you're currently at. You're talking a nice little 14% gain. Sure. I like Netflix right here. Why not? I would just put the stop right down around 376, right below these peaks back here from July and April. At which point, let's see what we're dealing with here. Risking like 5% for about 14, 2.5 to 1 odds. I like it. The only thing I don't like, there's no divergence or anything. So there's not an edge as far as divergence is concerned. This would literally be like a buying the dip scenario at historical support at the 1414 Fibonacci retrace. So you've got the argument of confluence, Fibonacci levels, and horizontal support after a major selling event. for there to be a rally back towards the upside. And after major selling events like this, the 50% retrace is a very common, where most of your first targets should be if you're trying to set targets, right? And that would be at like $450. Got it? Cool. So that's Netflix. Let's move it to Coinbase. All right, which also got absolutely destroyed. It's at its lowest low of all time. This is a funny one. I actually, in a moment of weakness, FOMO'd into the IPO, and I think I got it around like 408, and then it immediately just dumped, and I got right out of it. But I was like, dude, this just goes to show, man, even if you've been in this stuff for a little while, sometimes it's just like, it's so tempting to get in. The FOMO's strong, dude. It is strong. But yeah, learned my lesson. It was a moment of weakness. Was in for literally like 10 minutes. It started going down. I was like, what am I doing? Sold it out. It is now at its lowest low, $190. Right, and it makes sense. The crypto market is going to dictate the performance of this one a little bit. Even if this one gets like double whammied with the stock market and the crypto market, being that it is a stock that is all about crypto transactions and fees and stuff like that. But good Lord, you are in no man's land.
Okay. It's a piece of crap. It doesn't work.
Literally doesn't work. You're nowhere. All right, we can extend these trend lines. You're just in like a broadening pattern, like a broadening wedge in the middle of it, just nothing. The only way you could try and find support with this is to go from the low that you just broke to the high. All right, you're at the 113 Fibonacci extension right now, okay? And you're holding there. That's where you're currently holding. And you did gap. So maybe if crypto, you're not. No way. You're not filling that gap, in my opinion. You're most likely going to come up to this point that was once strong support at 212. You'll probably rally up to there and then just reject off to go down to the other Fibonacci levels. And that's the 1272 at 167, the 1414 at 143, and then the golden mean ratio down at $110, $111 at the 1618. All right, this is how you try to find levels of support when there's no horizontal context. There's no historical support to look for. All right, you're staring into the abyss. So anybody that IPO'd on this crap and held it and has just been hodling, the testicular fortitude on you. All right. But yeah, that's pretty much it, dude. I didn't really have anything else to talk about. Guess we could just kind of go through it. Hey, look, some crypto's getting some love. You just freeball it here. YFI. See, a lot of assets have done this, right? They've sold off. They've closed below major historical inflection points, levels of support. Right, like YFI, for example, at 26,793, closed below it, which is bad. It does have support at 24,697. These inflection points historically, right? And these are major, like very discernible. And you're getting a little bit of an indecision. Again, no divergence at all to speak of on the daily. No divergence to speak of at all on the 4 hour. The only argument for it is like, okay, yeah, it's oversold. Maybe it'll come back up a little bit. But again, they're all right below major levels of historical support. So they could easily just come up, and it already kind of is, right? You can see how this wick came up and touched it and then sold back down. So it's battling that as resistance now, dude. That's terrible. That's not good. And on this, it's like, okay, if it does break it, you're heading right back up to, look at this. This is like almost perfect. See how the 50% retrace lines up almost perfectly with a level of horizontal resistance. All right, we're talking like this peak, these shoulders here. All right, this inflection point back from November 19th of 2020. That head and shoulders type scenario that had at December 3rd, right? So again, confluence, 50% retrace common before hitting horizontal resistance. If you can even get back above this support from September 22nd, right? You could easily just reject off that and then just continue dumping. Because if you break below this support here at like 24,682, there's not much. Maybe you get some love at 20,642, maybe. But really, the obvious points here, we're talking about like down here, right? All kind of in line with each other. That's down like 18,653, at which point we're talking a further 30%. Disgusting. Yeah, it's Wi-Fi. The weekly. Nothing really. Move it to, we looked at Binance Coin. Let's look at Litecoin for a sec. Dude, the weeklies look disgusting, man. It's just bearish engulfings all around, basically. But, the weekly, let's see, below like a daily. Yeah, so these points here from January, right? Also touched May 23rd. And also more recently, January 10th, you closed below it. So everything, I don't want to say everything, but most coins have closed below some form of major support and are now like trying to just hang on. But for what? Like, why would they not go down to the next level? All right, they probably will. So Litecoin, see at 106, right? The daily, actually, if it can pivot here, the daily RSI is a little bit different than some other ones we've just looked at. The daily might actually get some RSI divergence. So if we're talking a 50% retrace on Litecoin, we're talking... This is scalper territory, right? This is not swing trading, but 15%, that might be a scalper's dream. Before just making a lower high and continuing down. So, yeah. Litecoin, kind of interesting. Got a little divergence on the RSI, on the daily. Potentially. Hasn't even developed yet, but maybe. Nothing on the 4-hour. So, if the 4-hour indicates what's going to happen on the daily, then the 4-hour is implying that the daily is not actually going to continue developing the divergence here. It would just go lower, probably make like a same low. And who gives a crap about that, right? We don't care about Class C bullish divergence over here. Frosty! Yep. Indecision on the hourly. Little divergence on the MACD, not even on the RSI. And on an insignificant timescale on the hourly. Who cares? Another bot. What's up, bot? Go ahead. Okay.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
I like this song.
Okay.
Are you not entertained?
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Oh, do ya?
And it's gone.
All right, enough. Might have a little harmonic going on here. Hold on. 1272. Do you have a butterfly, perhaps? Ooh, at the 618. 50%. Oh, wow. Wow, you got a pretty... This is actually a pretty solid... This is a pretty solid butterfly harmonic going on right here. All right, so you retrace to the 618, you retrace to the 50% retrace, and then came down to the 1272 before catching the reaction. Okay, all right, so this makes sense as to why maybe it's getting the support below, like in the middle of this range of 119 to 106, right? It's catching some support at a harmonic, at a fib level, you know? Again, is it strong enough for it to be like, oh, the bottom's in? No. Okay. Might just get you back up to the what should have been support before rejecting it and heading down, right? Before a major dumping. Tomorrow might literally just be like everything's up 2% to get back to that support before rejecting it and heading back down. That's what the oscillators will be implying. Litecoin may be a little different with that RSI divergence. Maybe it actually gets to the 50% retrace, but I don't know. Butterfly is cool. But again, in a bearish trend, the butterfly will underperform. So, don't hold your breath for a reversal. Okay. Cool. Dang. I wish I had a... You know what? I still got some time. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go make another drink real quick, and I'll be right back. Appreciate you guys. If you haven't yet, never freaking say this, and I know I should. Hit the like button, please. Hit the subscribe button. Por favor. Help the channel out. Help me out. Helps get eyes on this thing. If you haven't ever done YouTube and this stuff or whatever, you need the interaction, or it just doesn't get recommended to people, the algorithm and all that stuff. So jump in the Discord as well, right here. Adobe Technical Analysis. Follow the Instagram, the Twitter, whatever. Just support the channel, man. It would really help me out a lot. So yeah, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna go make another little screwdriver. All right, guys. I'm back. Anybody that's in here still, anybody that's new that's come in here, welcome. I appreciate it. Hi, hello, hi. Hi, my name's Ryan. And for you Spanish friends, mi nombre es Rodrigo. That was my Spanish name in Spanish class in middle school. Rodrigo. I'm about as white and Irish as you can get. My name is practically an Irish poem. And throughout my childhood, for about an hour a day, I would get called Rodrigo. Talk about messing with a child's psychology. Rodrigo. But yeah, so I mean, I've pretty much run out of stuff to talk about as far as like planned material. So if you want me to take a look at a stock, a crypto, gold, oil, whatever the hell it is, we'll take a look at it. Until then, I'm just going to run through a list here. Just do some analysis on it, right? Just kind of talk out loud, just hang out. Decentraland, Mana, the sandbox of the metaverse world. Kidding, they're just separate things. But Decentraland, okay, let's see what it's doing. Oh my god, can you believe that it's hanging out at support from November 10th? All right, this wick low that we had down here, like $2.22. Oh my god, can you believe that it held as support? I can't believe. Yeah, I can actually. All right. Does it make sense to have held there? To be holding there at least for the time being? Yeah, it makes all the sense in the world. So we are at $2.22. If it breaks, which if Bitcoin continues to sell, which seems to be the case, your next level of support is going to be down here around $1.63. All right, and I do believe we have some Fibonacci confluence at that level. Yeah, so you got the 113 lining up almost perfectly down there. So you break your current level, literally where you are right now at $2.22, you are most likely heading down to $1.63. At that point, that is a further drawdown of about 25%. Gross. If you do, for whatever reason here, start to get a slight rally, you could probably expect a 50% retrace, right? I know it gets old, but over and over, 50% retrace to $2.67. You're a scalper, 18%. Cool, right? Sweet. Viral video clips, nice. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you. But yeah, maybe you get a 50% retrace and just make another lower high before selling off and coming down and either holding this level and confirming it as support, at which case you would need Bitcoin to get in line and help you reverse. Doesn't matter how good it looks at this point. If this happens, if Bitcoin dumps, you're heading down to this level. Okay. And that's just the nature of the beast when it comes to assets that go straight up like this, that have no historical support until you get down to the support, right? So maybe where you currently are, likely down around $1.63. BTC update, you got it, dude. Absolutely. Jump into Bitcoin. Nothing new going on as of right now. Bitcoin did close below this little local support that we had back here August 4th, all right? So the only reason that that's kind of relevant is that from the Fibonacci, the low to the high, you got some confluence with the 786, all right? So you did close below it. It seems like you're trying to hold it, but it's kind of too little too late. You don't really get to close below pathetic supports like this, especially when the 886 is a much more common area for assets to retrace to. So you're most likely, you might come up, treat it as resistance now, especially since you have no divergence on any of the oscillators. You might, just because it's so oversold. If you've been in the space a little bit, you know, after major sell-offs, you get a little rally every now and then with no divergence or anything even. Yeah, just because you're oversold, it might come up and just treat it as resistance before heading to levels that make more sense. The 886. but the 886 doesn't really have any horizontal support. You're kind of just in the middle of some consolidation there. So really, the level that makes the most sense, if you do in fact treat 37 as resistance, the level that makes the most sense is 30,000. All right. So based off of the information we have right now, you're most likely going back to a full reset from July 20th of 2021 at $30,000. All right. And the reason I say that is because, one, the MACD is just building. So there's a potential for like triple bullish divergence on the MACD, but there's nothing on the RSI now. Without the RSI, I don't believe for a second that the real reversal will come in at the 886 or something. So to me, it's probably heading down to 30, right? And when it gets down to 30, have your money ready, because that is when you could start seeing something like this, right? Like we saw back here, okay? Came down, did a full reset from its low in January, came all the way down and started bouncing around on it, confirming it, holding it as support before getting the divergence, right? And then reversing. All right. You're welcome, man. You're welcome. You're welcome. Appreciate you being here. I mean, what do you just have viral video clips or something? It's an interesting name, sir. I appreciate it, man. You too. Thank you. Need all the luck you can get in these conditions. But yeah, so that's just another update on Bitcoin. Let's see what some stocks did. Let's see. Visto. Let's take a look at Visto. I like this stock a lot. This is a gun manufacturer. They are the manufacturer of like federal ammunition. They've got other stuff too, but just a company that, especially in these past few months, quarters, couple years, just look, dude, the earnings, they've just crushed it, dude. They've been a money machine. So they've been making a ton of money. They're getting hit with the current sentiment, right? People are just selling their stocks. They are at a level of major historical support. Let's take a look at the weekly, right? We move it to the weekly. We're talking back from 2016. We're currently right here. All right, we're currently right here. So we're holding support back from 2016, but also just more recently. Just look how many times this has touched, right? 1, 2, oh my God, 3.
Okay.
So definitely a major, and 4 as a point of resistance right here, right? So this is a major level of support. The problem is that you're not getting any kind of divergence or anything. So just continued selling. No divergence on the daily even. So it's like this makes sense to take the trade on. And if you did, you would just put your stop right here. I mean, dang. Don't be too much of a wimp, right? We can risk like 5%, and even the first target of a 50% retrace from this point gets you up to about, what's that? What price? What price is that? About 45.50, which is a gain of 18.68, risking 5%. That is a 3.56 to 1 reward, risk to reward ratio. All right, and we want 3 to 1. So yeah, unfortunately, I wouldn't take this right now because you're not showing divergence or anything. You're not showing anything else other than the fact that you're just at a level of support. Right? There's no divergence even on the 4-hour, bearishly engulfed actually on the 4-hour. So this is just an example of if it was showing reversal stuff, this would be a good spot to take it. Unfortunately, it's not. So you'll probably just sell off down to like 35, 45 this peak. And then from there, I don't know. Do you have anything like historically? Maybe 36.86, these lows back here. Yeah, I mean, maybe you get some support here, but you don't want to fall below 37.84, right? You just see how strong of a support that is. You don't want to fall below that, because if you fall below that, again, you're coming down towards these levels, and then you're only relying on this right side. This side up is for support. Historically, Nothing. Got obliterated back here in January 17 or 2017. Damn. I mean, from its high. Good lord. That 3 years? Like 3 years, it was almost down 100%. It almost literally went bankrupt before bottoming out. And then hell yeah, dude. March, the COVID crash. People just started buying shiz loads of ammo. Which is exactly what happened, right? Remember the ammo shortage, the gun shortage, all that stuff. It's when I got mine. It took me literally like 3 months to get a gun. It was insane. They were so backed up with requests. It was crazy. But yeah, in a week span, they went up 28%. And then from there, dude, it was just curtains. See you later. Sayonara, dude. Wouldn't want to buy Yanara.
And it's gone.
But yeah, now, not so great. Which is fine. I mean, you just had a really good run. And now with everything going on in the market, the overall stock sentiment, people selling crap, it's going to cool off, probably. Right? Cool. All right. Anybody in here, dude? What's up? How's your Friday going? If you're here, it could probably be going better, right? You're here you're watching a dude do technical analysis. It's Friday, dude. What are you doing, you dork? Just kidding. If you're a dork, I'm a dork. And I'm definitely a dork.
Okay.
But hey, dude. This can be fun. This stuff can be fun, right? Looking at shorts doesn't have to be a chore. Oh, is there something there? Chores? No? Okay, I will stop. Take a look at LAC, lithium. Okay, the fundamental daddy who can't make money, apparently. I mean, their earnings are trash, but they did make daddy some money. They made your boys some money. Oh, and also, my dad got me this Champion sweatshirt, hoodie, whatever, for Christmas. And I totally forgot that while growing up, this was all he would wear. Always. Forever. And my girlfriend today was like, you look like your dad in that. You're dressed just like him, because I got like light jeans on too. And I looked at it, I was like, dude, I had a moment of like, I am my father right now. Like, I'm literally my father. I don't know if anybody's ever had that moment of like, wow, I'm exactly like my parents right now. Yeah, I was like, dude, wow, I feel like I'm literally in my dad's body right now. It's kind of trippy. And now every time I wear a Champion hoodie or whatever, I'm going to feel like Jim. Love you, Dad. But it's comfy, dude. It's nice. I think it fits me well, if I do say so myself. It's just got that 90s vibe, though, right? But lithium at a level of support here, this peak, September 14th, at a little inflection point. Again, no divergence or anything, so break this, you're probably heading down to like 20 bucks. 19. Ooh. We're in a little bit of a wedgie here. Let's go. Lithium in a bit of a falling wedge at historical support. Unfortunately, though, like I said, no divergence. Let me see. Let's see if we can get a harmonic on this bad boy. 786. Don't tell me there's a Gartley here. Don't get my hopes up like that. The 618. You kidding? Don't do it to me. Don't do it. Oh, God. Yeah, okay, it's like a 50%. Oh boy. Alright, I gotta stop. I sound like a weirdo. Okay, you're at the pattern completion zone of a, what? Bullish Gartley. Yeah. Almost, basically at the 1618 B to D, too. Come on. Why is there no divergence? Damn. there was divergence on this thing, I mean, even right now, like you're in a bit of a falling wedge, pattern completion zone of a bullish Gartley, pretty textbook. 618, 50% retrace, 786 with like a 1618 B to D. All right. Just saying, dude. Don't be surprised if LAC, after selling off 6.32% today, pops the frick off.
And it's gone.
This is not a bad spot. Now, again, though, God damn it, Ryan, calm down. There's no divergence or anything, so I would love the divergence. Maybe the 4 hour. No, nah, not even on the 4 hour. Right? It's like almost, kinda, maybe, sorta, trying to develop a little bit, but not. You don't have it on the RSI though, so it's like maybe it's not that strong of an argument though. Hourly doesn't even have it either, so. I don't know. Maybe it'll get a reaction without the divergence. Maybe. At support, at the pattern completion of a harmonic with maybe some MACD divergence. We'll see. I will say this would be you could at least back up why you bought lithium here, right? You can say, it's in a falling wedge, pattern completion of a Gartley at historical support, right? You don't want to be the guy who, when they come up and they're like, well, why'd you buy that? I don't know, just have a good feeling. It's like, what? No. This song, dude. Damn. Get hindsight in here. He hasn't been in here this entire stream. Super Saiyan Hindsight. For anybody that doesn't know who Captain Hindsight is, he is a South Park character who his superpower is anytime there's a tragedy, he will fly in and tell them what they should have done to avoid the tragedy, right? So in the episode, they have like an oil leak, and he's like, "Oh, well, they should have tightened the bolt before implanting it. They shouldn't have dug that deep into the ground because then the soil was too soft. They should have," like, he tells them what they should have done. He doesn't actually do anything. He doesn't solve anything. He just says everything in hindsight, hence the name. And then he flies away, and, "Oh, thank you, Captain Hindsight." It's pretty funny. But I couldn't think of a more perfect character when it comes to trading and investing, especially in crypto, right? People are like, "Oh, dude, I should have got Shiba when it was, half a cent. Dude, I'd be rich now. I should have got Doge when it was a penny." Blah, blah. There's so many Captain Hindsights in trading, especially in crypto. If you would have bought Amazon in 2000, you'd be... Shut your mouth. All right? You were buying Amazon when it was a weird bald guy in his garage? No, you weren't. All right, be gone. Damn, dude, this freaking music goes a little too hard sometimes, huh? But, yeah, LAC, dude, I like the fundamentals behind it. Lithium, all right, goes into the batteries that power electric cars, which is seemingly where everybody is moving towards, so lithium will be in high demand. Makes sense to invest in lithium. All right, seems like there's a very high demand for it going forward, so. Coolio. Let's see, what else? Look at Tesla. Why not? Another growth stock that's just been selling off lately. You might have a little harmonic going on here on the daily. And it's a little deep. Kinda, sort of a Gartley. 786 right here. Maybe. Again, though, no divergence or anything. So I don't anticipate a reversal here. All right, just because there's been such violent selling lately, maybe. I guess not even tomorrow for stocks. Monday, maybe it'll get some relief and a little bit of buying. And again, we know how to factor that in. All right? We just go from the most recent high down to, if it starts to pivot here, the low, 50% retrace would be your first target, $1,031. All right, 1,000. You're below 1,000 though, so 1,000 psychological resistance, and that's right at the 382, which is a Fibonacci level, right? Isn't a level that it could reverse, so it could just do that. Yeah, I want nothing to do really with trading stocks or crypto until Bitcoin can relax and just the overall market, the S&P, the NASDAQ, all that kind of stuff stops dumping and selling off and breaking support. I don't want to be buying stocks when the overall market indexes are breaking support and looking like trash. It makes no sense. They'll get their short little relief rallies, but like I'm not scalping. I'm not in here to get like 2% and then sell and then dump off, right? If anything, just short in these situations, but yeah. All right, I think that's gonna do it. I'm not getting no more interaction or anything here. It's been 2 hours. I'm gonna go hang out with my dog a little. Maybe watch an episode of like The Witcher or something. Henry Cavill.
Are you guys having a killer time?
Yeah, that's going to do it. Guys, anybody that's in here, anybody that was here, anybody that's watching this later, I appreciate you watching me, man. You taking the time to watch me talk and do this stuff. Right? This is just something that I enjoy doing. It is fun. Once you start to get the hang of it, it takes a little time, but once you do, stuff just starts to make sense. You can kind of just eye test it and start testing theories and levels, and it's pretty cool. I mean, even to like just a testament to technical analysis and like support levels. The peak here from January 26th, right? Discernible peak, inflection point before selling off. Look where it came down in December 21st, right? Here's the peak. Where's your support line? At the peak. Where did it come before reversing almost perfectly? The peak, the support, right? So this stuff works. Does it work every time? Nope. But that's kind of the fun in it, right? You're just trying to increase probabilities of putting your money in a place that makes sense for it to make you money, right? So you're not just putting it in here at 1,027 in the middle of no man's land, right? You're putting it, you're waiting, you have a buy order set for the support, and then once it triggers, you put your stop right below, and then Bob's your uncle, okay? That's technical analysis with other factors involved, but that's just an example of one of the things that you can look at to help you if you actually want to trade, okay? And not be me in the library doing stupid, ridiculous stuff. Oh, look, wow, look, I'm doing TA, cool. You know what I mean? Could help you out, but that's gonna do it for me, guys. I put the link in the Discord's in the chat, so go ahead, jump in the Discord. I do this. I might have to change this to like Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Sundays, Monday. Monday's like my late day at work, so I'll be working till like 9 p.m. there. So that's a little too late, I think. So I might have to change it to like Tuesdays for the time being, or change that. I'll let you guys know, but I'm in the Discord every single day. There's a few of us in there. We just talk about charts and, you know, news, what's going on in the world, whatever. Is Russia invading Ukraine? But we talk about it, right? So jump in there. Any questions? I got a bunch of educational content in there. What harmonics are, how, you know, the numbers that are affiliated with them, different structures, Japanese candlesticks, all that stuff. But I'm in there 24/7. So you have any questions, just join that. Just click on that link. That'll get you in there. Follow the Instagram, the Twitter. I don't put too much on there, but every now and then I'll throw a little gem up, a little tasty cake. But yeah, like the video, hit the subscribe button. That helps me a lot. And that's pretty much it, guys. So enjoy the rest of your Friday night. Enjoy your weekend. I'll be back on Sunday to do something, most likely. But until then, more important than anything else, remember to keep it technical. All right, please.
Right.
Okay.
Are you not entertained?
Hold up.
What the hell is even that?
Yeah, I've been immunized.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
That's not good enough.
You guys having a killer time? Nope. Nope.
Hold up. Hold up.
Shut up, bitch. Oh my god.
Yeah, I've been immunized.